असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय. ओम शांति शांति शांति. Respected Dr. Mehta Sahib, all the other dignitaries and the heads of the departments, and all the respected teachers, the torchbearers of change. It's a great pleasure meeting you this morning. At the outset, I would like to thank Dr. Mehta for giving me this opportunity of meeting you all. Because I sincerely believe if there is any change that has to be brought about, and we want to bring about the change in the society and in the country and in the world, if at all we can bring about this change will be brought about by teachers and none else. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, in his book India 2020 Vision of the New Millennium, says, if you are a teacher, in whatever capacity you are, you have a very important role to play in making India a developed country. Why? Because more than anybody else, it is you who are shaping the future generations. All the others are working with the present generation. And the present generation has got so many problems. We are undergoing lot of turmoil, lot of problems. So we are not able to see ray of hope from the present generation. But if we can properly educate the future generations, it is they who can bring about the change. And that is why in my speech I delivered in AMA some years back, I said the topic was teacher as a torchbearer of change. The same topic we have kept today, because based on that lecture, the booklet has been published and that booklet will be given to you today. So whatever I have to say, I have given there. So today I want to reserve the time for interaction. Let it be a two-way process, and that is a very good communication process, where I am telling and you are listening, or you may not be listening. There is no guarantee. You may be physically present, mentally absent. But when it comes to interaction, it is you who speak and I listen, and then I speak and you listen. So two-way process is better. So I want to reserve more time for interaction. In the beginning, just to tell a few points, because all these things are given in the book. Mainly what I have proved is that the teachers only can bring about the change, and the best profession, the noblest profession and the greatest profession is that of a teacher. And I have mathematically proved it. A is equal to B, B is equal to C, C is equal to D. Therefore, A is equal to, very simple mathematics. So if at all the world has to be changed, for which a global culture and global civilization has to emerge. We are talking about globalization, but where is the global peace? Global peace can come only when there is global civilization. And this global civilization, when it will come? When these basic spiritual values contained in Indian culture of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschit Dukh Bhag Bhavet. Mind you, there is no bracket there. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, there is no bracket there. Let all be happy, let all be healthy, Let all attain goodness. Let none become miserable. Let none get misery. That is the Indian spiritual culture, and that is why Swami Vivekananda, when he returned from the West, as you know, he went to the World Parliament regions in Chicago and he delivered his historic speech on 11 September 1893. Mind you, that was also 9/11. There, they write the month first, so it was 9/11, 11 September 1893. And so that was 9/11. Am I audible?
Yes.
So, on that day, Swami Vivekananda said, sectarianism, bigotry, and its horrible descendant fanaticism, they have drenched it often and often with human blood and destroyed civilizations and sent whole nations to despair. Had it not been for these horrible demons, our human society would have been far more advanced than it is now. But their time has come, and I fervently hope that the bell that tolled this morning in honor of this convention may be the death knell of all sorts of fanaticism, of all sorts of bigotry, and of all sorts of atrocities, persecutions in the name of religion. And the differences between the persons wending their way to the same goal. This is what he said. But we did not listen to his message of harmony of religions. There was another 9/11 after 108 years, and the twin World Trade Center towers were broken. Why? Those who were sitting in the plane, they thought by destroying these thousands of people, we'll go to heaven. That is why they destroyed. So it was out of fanaticism, out of bigotry. So Swami Vivekananda had warned that time that if we don't say goodbye to fanaticism, we will have to pay a very heavy price. And when Swami Vivekananda gave that message, till that time India was considered a savage country, a slave country. It was already a slave country in 1893. Illiterate, full of poverty, poor people, and people of serpent charmers. मदारियों का देश था in their eyes. That was their concept of India. In fact, in the textbooks of the children, the stories were told. Do you know about India? India is a country where they burn the women on the fire. They burn them alive. And the women, they are so very cruel that they put their children hanging onto the tree so that the trees can devour them. And the women are so cruel in India, they throw their children into the river to be eaten away by crocodiles. These are the things that are taught in schools. And there were poems also. Send the Bible there, send the Bible there, because it is a country where there is no religion. And so let us send the Bible there. In fact, when Swamiji was speaking later on in Detroit, one lady stood up, an American lady said, Swami, you are boasting too much about your Indian culture. Is it not true that in your country, your women throw away their children into the rivers to be eaten away by the crocodiles? Isn't it true? And Swamiji immediately stood up and said, yes, madam, that is very true. You know, I too was thrown like that by my mother, but I was so fat, the crocodile could not eat me. So I am here to speak before you. This is how he had to reply. But when he gave that in our culture, we do not believe in toleration. No, we do not believe in toleration. We accept all religions as equally true. Ekam sarve prabhupada vadanti. Sarve bhavantu sukhina. Vasudhaiva kutumbakam. We are now talking about globalization. We are talking about globalization for thousands of years. Global culture. Vasudha eva. Vasudha means whole earth. We are talking about the welfare of the whole earth, not only of our own country. This is what we have been doing. And the whole table turned. And next day newspapers full of praise for Swami Vivekananda, full size photographs were published. They were there in the streets. There were full size photographs of Swami Vivekananda hanging. And the newspaper full of the praise. And New York Herald, one of the most popular newspapers, wrote, so many religious preachers have come from all over the world, but undoubtedly the greatest figure in the parliament of religions is Swami Vivekananda. That is what they wrote. And then they again added, after listening to him, we feel how foolish on our part to send missionaries to India. Their religion is so great, rather we should invite missionaries from India. So the whole things were turned, and then he told the Americans, why are you suffering? At present, the biggest problem that we are facing in the world is of depression. People are under tension. At that time, America was undergoing that economic strain. It was a very big economic slowdown at that time. It was 1893. People were suffering, including John D. Rockefeller, the richest person of the world at that time. He was suffering, and how he was saved from suicide, that is a long story. I will not go about it. But people were suffering. At that time, Swami Vivekananda said, don't think too lowly about you. Don't think you are weak. Don't think you are miserable. Don't think you are a sinner. No. Vedanta does not recognize sin, it recognizes error. And the greatest error you are making when you call yourself a sinner. And he narrated the shloka from the Shvetashvatara Upanishad. Shulvantu Vishve Amritasya Putra Aye Dhamani Divyani Tastu Vedahametam Purusham Mahantam Aditavarnam Tamasa Parastat Tameva Viditvati Vritameti Nanya Pantha Viditayanaya. I have found the ancient one is beyond all miseries. By knowing him alone, you shall be free from all miseries. And then he told the Americans, dear sisters and brothers of America, let me call you by this sweet name. What is that? Amritasa Putra. Ye, the children of immortal bliss, holy and perfect beings. Ye, divinities are sinners. It is a sin to call a man so. It is a stunning libel on human nature. Come up, O loins, and shake up the delusion that you are sheep. Your souls immortal, spirits free, blessed and eternal. Ye are not matter, ye are not bodies. Matter is a servant, not ye the servant of matter. That is how he gave the nectar of Vedanta. And people were thirsty for getting the nectar of Vedanta. For 3.5 years, he stayed there. And then, in 1897, when he came back to India, he was given the ovation, the reception, which befits a world-conquering hero. And in reply to that, he gave very powerful speeches. All these speeches have been compiled into a book. The name of the book is Lectures from Colombo to Almora. Because first he landed in Colombo, and from there he went to Madras, Rameshwaram and all that, to Calcutta, and last his destination was Almora. In fact, I am coming back from Almora 3 days back. At present we are celebrating 125th anniversary of the foundation of Ramakrishna Mission. So they had organized some lectures in some universities. So I delivered the lectures in Almora, the place where Swami Vivekananda had delivered his speech. There is only one speech that he has delivered in a school, rest all in the universities, including the Harvard University. So one school where he delivered the speech, that is GIC Almora, where we had organized our program, and I delivered the speech to the students. I told you are fortunate. You are in the same school where Swami Vivekananda delivered his speech. So that is Almora. So then that time in his speech, Swami Vivekananda, he aroused the whole country. Uttishtata, Jagrata, Prapya Varan Nibodhata, arise, awake and stop not till the goal is reached. And the whole country got awakened. And then he told them to sacrifice their lives for the sake of the nation. And many youngsters, they sacrificed their life. After listening to these lectures, after reading the books containing these lectures, many of them sacrificed their lives for the sake of the nation. And Swami Vivekananda was not an astrologer, but whatever he said came true. In 1897 he said, within 50 years India shall become independent, but without waging a war. Nobody ever thought that India can become independent. But he said, without waging a war, no country could have got. Because Gandhiji came only in 1915. I am talking about 1897. But really happened exactly after 50 years, 1947, India got independence. Whatever he is told, in 1893, when he was staying with the professor there, John Henry Wright, he was the professor at Harvard University. The Mrs. Wright writes in a diary that one day suddenly Swami said, there is a great danger that China may attack India after Britishers leave the country. Nobody ever thought that Britishers will leave the country, but it really happened. In 1962, China attacked India. One more thing that he said is yet to come true. What is that? In 1897, Swami Vivekananda said, India shall conquer the whole world by spiritual culture, by spirituality, by global culture. Indian culture means global culture. When we talk about harmony of religions, when we say that all religions lead to the same goal, no religion is bigger, no religion is smaller. There are various ways. You take whatever way, all paths lead to the same goal. This is the Indian culture. This is the global culture. And the whole world has to accept this global culture or get perished. There is no third alternative. So why Swami Vivekananda was asked this question? In spite of being a monk, why are always talking about India, India? He said, because India has a special role to play in making the world a spiritual one. It has got a treasure of India's spiritual culture which is a global in its contents. And that global culture has to spread to the world. In order to save the world, we want that India should be saved. In order for the benefit of the whole world, we want that India should remain. India should be saved. Then only the world can be saved. Because India has got a special, every country has got its own special role. India has a special role of spiritual culture. So then, Swami Vivekananda said at that time about the Indian spiritual culture, that is yet to be done. Already now, gradually it is becoming. In the Time magazine, there was a photograph of a Hollywood actress meditating. Inside it was written, Americans going gaga or yoga. The name of the article was just say Om. 10 millions of Americans are regularly meditating now. And yoga now, 21st June Yoga Day, it has become International Yoga Day, as you know. Our Prime Minister of India made a proposal and the United Nations has accepted this proposal. United Nations General Assembly accepted this proposal within a few months, and now it is International Yoga Day. So gradually Indian spiritual culture is pervading the whole world. So unless until Indian spiritual culture goes to the whole world, India cannot become Vishwaguru. Unless until India becomes Vishwaguru, then other countries will not be saved. But India cannot become a Vishwaguru till India is a developing country. So first India has to become a developed country. Otherwise they will say, oh, you are teaching us. You yourself are, of course now the latest, today's newspaper you must have seen that we have got 7.5% GDP growth and we are the third largest economy of the world now and becoming a very economic superpower. So what Swami Vivekananda said at that time also is coming true, that India's past glory will become insignificant compared to the glory that India will have in future. And economically also, India will once again become Sone ki chidiya, as it was in the past. That also Swamiji has told has to come true. Gradually it is becoming true. Economically we are prospering. Our Indian spiritual culture is permeating the whole world. So, first thing is A is equal to B. What is? If the whole world can be saved, if only India becomes Vishwaguru. But how it can become Vishwaguru? Only it becomes India becomes a developed country. B is equal to C. Now, how India can become a developed country? Dr. Radhakrishnan says you cannot make a country with bricks. Country is made up of culture, and you have to enlighten. You have to have enlightened citizens. So, how the country will be there? The country cannot progress without character building of the citizens. Just now you heard, when I was in Porbandar as a part of earthquake rehabilitation project, we had constructed 37 school buildings and 6 colonies. And also we started, later on, we started Vivekananda Institute of Value Education Culture, Vivek, which was inaugurated by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. He was the president at the time of India. It was 12 January 2006. There's a beautiful video you can see. 5,000 youths were there, bubbling with energy, and he was very happy to see the children. You know, he loved children. And because it was Swami Vivekananda's birthday, he started how Swami Vivekananda is not only the great personality of India but of the whole globe. And he said how Swami Vivekananda, he inspired Jamshedji Tata to start Indian Institute of Science. When they were traveling from Japan to Chicago, both were in the same ship. At that time, Swami Vivekananda had told him to give more attention to science and research and industrialization rather than bringing business from America. So Jamshedji Tata, he remembered it and he wrote in his letter, 23rd November 1898, that I remember my journey when we traveled together from Japan to Chicago, and I remember your views about scientific research. So that is how I have started now I am starting Indian Institute of Science, and I know not of a person who can be the better general of the whole campaign. So please help me. This is the letter of Jamshedji Tata. Dr. Kalam talked about it, and then he narrated how India can become a developed country. Then there was question answer session. One student stood up and said, "Sir, Operation Duryodhan, Operation Chakravyuh and other operations have revealed the tip of the iceberg that is rampant corruption in the country today. As the President of India, how do you feel about it? And where do you think lies the solution?" So Dr. Kalam stood up and said, "You see, the Parliament has already taken some action on the MPs." And then he took out a book of Swami Vivekananda, in which Swami Vivekananda is written and read out, "No number of Parliament acts can make a nation good, can make a nation great." Then what can make a nation good and what can make a nation great? Again he read out, "Only a large number of good enlightened citizens can make a nation good, can make a nation great." And then he said, "The government cannot produce good people, and the government will not produce good people." He told this also, and the government will not produce it. So who can do it? He said, only 3 persons can do it. Only 3. Who are they? Father, mother, and the teacher. Nobody else can do it. So India can rise. India can become Vishwaguru only if the character building of the citizens take place. And character building of the citizens take place before national building. What we want is character building. And building has to have a very strong foundation. And this foundation is being laid before the building is started or after the building is completed. Before the building is started, that is in childhood. That is why you are a torch bearer. That is why D is equal to E. You only can play a very important role in the character building of the children, because character building starts in childhood, in the student life. Afterwards also it can be done, but it becomes very difficult. After all, how the character is built? Sow a thought, reap an action. Sow an action, reap a habit. Sow a habit, reap the character. Isn't it? Character is nothing but the bundle of habits. And these habits will be built because of the good karmas. And that will come from good, noble thoughts. And these thoughts have to be implemented, have to be implanted in the children, right from childhood. That is number in the students. And second thing is that how these samskaras are built up. 4 factors. Number 1, samskaras received from the past birth. Number 2, samskaras received from the parents, either genetically or by the behavior pattern. Third, samskaras received from the environment, from the friends, jaisa sang, vaisa rang. So type of friendship, type of environment, type of culture that he is, and the type of TV shows, type of internet that he watches, and the amount of internet, all these will decide his sanskara. And fourth most important factor is teacher. Teachers, if they implant good samskaras, then the children will become, their character will be built. That is why teacher is a torch bearer of change. A is equal to B, B is equal to C, C is equal to D, D is equal to E, therefore A is equal to. So details are given, you go through the book will be given to you. Now, the second thing, how to become a better teacher. You are all, I give you congratulations because you are a teacher. Now some of you might have come, some of you might have accidentally come. It may happen sometimes. Sometimes yes, it has to happen. But whatever it is, even by if you will come accidentally, then also it will be good to you. Because it is a noble profession, and if you do justice to your profession, you will get what nobody can else get in the world. A teacher in his or her own lifetime comes across minimum 1,000 students. He or she can change the life of 1,000 children. So just imagine, even if one of the 1,000 children gets inspiration from you and becomes Dr. Kalam or becomes Kiran Bedi or becomes a great personality or a great scientist, what happens? You feel joy, you feel proud. Yes, my student has achieved this. And the type of honor that you get, nobody else gets that honor. Supposing Dr. Kalam comes and bows down to you that you are my teacher, how proud you feel. President of India touching your feet. It is you who taught me, and that is why I am here, and what I am because of you. If Dr. Kalam says, or Kiran Bedi says, or XYZ says to the teacher, how great you feel. Now this is a special prerogative of teachers. Nobody else has got that privilege. Only teachers can get that compliment. Only teachers can have that pride. And that is why teacher's profession is the noblest profession, the best profession, and the greatest profession in the world. And many places when I go, and the teachers say, Swamiji, the thing is that we are habituated to give the lectures and not to listen to the lectures. So please make it very short. Better you give some mantra and then you go. One success mantra you give and then you go. I say, okay, I will give you one success mantra and I will go. But condition is that morning 10 times you have to repeat that mantra, and night 10 times you have to repeat that mantra. And I can assure you, if you repeat this mantra 10 times in the morning and 10 times at night while gliding to sleep, within 6 months you will become a better teacher. You will get success in your profession. Okay, you tell the mantra. Tell the mantra and then you go. Should I tell the mantra? All of you want that mantra? Should I reveal it? This is the mantra I am giving you by guarantee. Within 6 months, with this mantra you will get success. But condition is morning 10 times, night. Ready? Should I give the mantra? Mantra is, I am a teacher. Oh, we thought there will be some powerful mantra and some Sanskrit mantra. Now I am telling you once again, if you repeat this mantra thousands of times, there will be no benefit. Because if you say, I am a teacher with a bracket, how miserable I am. Oh, whole day I have to sit with these monkey-like students. They are like monkeys. Not so much troubling me. And this type of children I have to handle. And management is also like that. And the parents also always never giving credit to me, always giving discredit. These are the parents. And the students, most disobedient and so much making all the time my life hell. I am a teacher with a bracket. How miserable I am. If you repeat this mantra, I am a teacher within bracket, how miserable I am, how unfortunate I am, then there will be no benefit. But if you repeat the mantra, I am a teacher, no, within bracket, I am a torch bearer of change. I am a national builder, how great I am. The whole world depends upon me. The future of the whole world is in my hands. The future of the country is in my hands. I am now giving my education to the future. Dr. Kalam, future Kiran Bedi, they are in my classroom and I am teaching them how great I am. I am making such a great sacrifice. How great I am. This is that of a sacrifice. Swami Vivekananda gave a clarion call. When he came back from America, 2 things he did. One, he started Ramakrishna Mission on 1st May 1897. He started Ramakrishna Mission. That's why we are now celebrating 125th anniversary. Second, he started a school for the children, for the women. He said, no bird can fly with one wing. And so unless until women development takes place, national development will not take place. And women development cannot take place without women education. That time only 1% women were literate. So Swami Vivekananda started a school in Calcutta. That was the capital of the India at that time, not Delhi, Calcutta. Is the British government, the British rule. So he started the school, but who will handle it? He could not get anyone. So he gave a clarion call to his disciple, Miss Margaret Noble, who was in England, a teacher in England. And he said, he wrote a beautiful letter, an inspiring letter. Awake, awake, great ones, the world is burning with misery. Can you sleep? Let us call and call till the sleeping gods awake. Sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice in the past has been the law. It will be alas for ages to come. The earth's best and bravest will have to sacrifice themselves for the good of humanity. Buddhas by the hundreds are necessary with eternal love and pity. And Miss Margaret Noble came from England, came to India, sacrificed her whole life for the sake of the nation, for educating the children, for educating the women. Started school, a school which is now known as Sister Nivedita School. And that is why when Swami Vivekananda gave her Brahmachari Diksha, he gave her new name. What is that? Nivedita, the dedicated one. Read the life of Sister Nivedita. What dedication, what devotion. So, first is dignity. Always repeating the mantra 10 times morning, 10 times at night. What is the mantra? I am a teacher within bracket. How great I am, not how miserable I am. I am a teacher, within bracket, how great I am. I am a teacher, no. I am a national builder. I am a torch bearer of change. If you repeat this mantra, surely you will get success. So number one, D1 is dignity of profession. Second, dedication. When dignity comes, dedication automatically will come, because I am doing great work. So I will have to sacrifice. So D1, D2, and D3. D3 is devotion. Dedication will bring you national award, best teacher award, state award, but that cannot give you God. If you have to get God, you have to dedicate yourself, devote yourself for teaching God in the form of students. So Swami Vivekananda said, I am giving you some additional mantras. You heard the mantra, Matru Devo, Pitru Devo, Acharya Devo, Atithi Devo. Then Swami Vivekananda said, I am giving you some additional mantras. Daritra Devo Bhava, Rogi Devo Bhava. That is why Ramakrishna Mission, as per his advice, started so many schools, so many hospitals for worshipping Daritra Narayan, Rogi Narayan. And that is why we do a lot of relief work and all that. Why? Daritra Narayan ki seva karne ke liye, Rogi Narayan ki seva karne ke liye. And similarly, we have started educational institutions. Why? To worship Vidyarthi Narayana. So what you have to see, if you say, I am not teaching, what I am doing? I am worshipping Vidyarthi Narayana. Vidyarthi students will say, I am worshipping Acharya Devabhava. And Acharya will see God in students. When you are worshipping God, if you worship God, what type of flower you should give? बासी फ्लावर दोगे, सड़े हुए फ्लावर दोगे, सड़े हुए फल दोगे, ये फ्रेश फ्लावर एंड फ्रेश फ्रूट दोगे, फ्रेश फ्रूट्स एंड फ्रेश फ्लावर्स. So excellent fruits have to be given, excellent flower has to be given. So what type of education should be given to Vidyarthi Narayana? Excellent education. What a great responsibility for a teacher. You have to give excellent education. Then when you are worshipping Vidyarthi Narayana, in the spirit of worship, it becomes devotion and not dedication. It is one step forward. What happens? You get salary, TADA, everything, plus God. God means infinite happiness, infinite knowledge, infinite bliss, Satchid Ananda. This also you can get. Nothing extra you have to do. You don't have to go to the forest. You don't have to go to the cave. While doing your work, you can get infinite happiness, infinite knowledge, infinite bliss. So that is why D1, D2, D3. Then C1, C2, C3. What is C1? C1 is communication. Communication is very important. So as I told you, let us have two-way communication. So communication, two-way communication. There are various other methods of communication. Lecture method is there, role play is there, audiovisual is there. So many types of communication. So communication to be more effective. But second thing is confidence. If you are confident, then you will be able to perform better. How confidence will come? When you say, when you feel that you have got infinite power within. Shurvantu Vishwa Amritasya Putra. You are the children of immortal bliss. You have got infinite power. Inside every human being, there is that infinite power. Try to arouse that infinite power within, and that confidence will come. Why? Because there is potentiality. Each soul is potentially divine. Then third is, what is it? It is concentration. Swami Vivekananda said, if I have to do my education over again, I will not undergo the present system of education. First I will learn how to control my mind, how to concentrate my mind. Information I can have at my own will. He had so much of concentration, and yet he wanted more concentration. How much he had? I'll just give two examples. You know, Ramakrishna Math Mission, we have 265 centers, 200 in India, 65 abroad, out of which 7 centers are in Gujarat, including one in Rajkot, which was started in 1927. So there are 265 centers, and the headquarters is at Belur Math near Kolkata, by the side of the Ganges. So if you go to Belur Math, you will find a big temple of Ramakrishna. All this Ramakrishna Ashram Rajkot has, how many of you visited Ramakrishna Ashram Rajkot? Very. very good. Half of you have visited, others must go there. Beautiful library, 35,000 books. Vivekananda Book World is also there. There is a beautiful temple. This temple is a prototype temple of Belur Math. That temple is slightly bigger, but the statue you find as if it is a replica, and the temple also almost a replica. So there is a beautiful temple. Behind the temple is a two-storied house. On the first floor there is a room in which Swami Vivekananda used to stay. And that room has been preserved as it is. His chair, his table, his turban, his clothes, his musical instrument, everything is there. You feel as if Swamiji is still there. In that very room, Swamiji passed away on 4th July 1902 at the age of 39 years. I am talking about an incident that happened a little before that, few days before that. Swamiji was reading a book. The name of the book is Encyclopedia Britannica. You must have seen that book. So many volumes are there, very thick volumes. They were all spread all over. When his disciple came, the name of the disciple is Sharat Chandra Chakravarti. He writes in his diary that when I went there, Swamiji was fully busy with reading the books. I said, Swamiji, so many volumes are there. It will take whole lifetime to complete this whole volume, whole set. Swamiji, what do you say? Only a few days back, these volumes have come. I have already finished 10 volumes and now I am reading the 11th volume. Huh? What do you say? Such big volumes, 10 volumes you have finished? I don't believe. Swami said, you don't believe? Okay. From first 10 volumes you ask any question you want to ask. And the disciple asked so many questions. And Swamiji replied all the questions and correct replies. And sometimes quoting the very language of the book. Then the disciple was very much, Swamiji, this is a miracle. Swamiji, this is not a miracle. What is this? This is the power of concentration of mind. Some of you must be reading Divya Bhaskar. Today in that Divya Bhaskar, this article has come. Today in the article this incident has come. Every Thursday there is Dharma Lokya, Dharma Darshan. There my article comes every Thursday. So today's article contains this particular incident. How Swamiji got this? How much was the concentration? So there, those disciples said it's a miracle. He said no, it's not a miracle. That is the power of concentration of mind. If your concentration of mind, 10 hours study can be done in 1 hour. And not only study, in every sphere of life you get the success. So when Swamiji went to the West second time, first he went 1893 for participation in the World Parliament of Religions, came back in 1897. 1819 again he went, and this time he went to the western side coast also. In 1893 time he did not go to western coast. This time he went to western coast at the invitation of the devotees, and there is a place called Camp Taylor. So he was going through that particular place and was crossing a river. There was a bridge, and he saw 4 cowboys trying to shoot at the axles that were floating in water. But their shots were going in vain because there was a string of 12 axles, not axles, and they're floating in water like that. So for some time Swamiji watched, and then he could not help smiling. And these 4 cowboys became very much annoyed. What? You are laughing at us? Is it a small job to shoot at the axles that are floating in water? Okay, we give you the challenge. Let us see how do you do it. Then they headed over the gun to Swamiji. So what to do? Swamiji took up the gun, shoot at the axe, and aimed at the axles. 12 axles gone in 12 shots. And these cowboys became very much astonished. Swami, how long you are practicing? We are practicing for 5 years. How long you are practicing? Swamiji said, my dear friends, I am holding the gun for the first time. Huh? First time you hold the gun and you shoot all the axles? It's a miracle. Swamiji, this is not miracle. That is the power of concentration of mind. So concentration of mind is key to success in every sphere of life, in study, in music, in games, sports, everywhere. Now how to get concentration of mind? C is directly proportional to P, where C is equal to concentration of mind and P is equal to purity of mind. So this is a very big subject, but main thing is that if you want to be successful as a teacher, you must see that in your students this concentration power develops, and that will come by purity of mind, and purity of mind will come by purity of your intellect, and that comes intellect not only in terms of food, in terms of what you see with your eyes, how many hours you are watching video games, how many hours you are seeing the internet and the TV channels and all that. All this will decide your concentration power. Both quantity and quality have to be seen. Quantity has to be reduced and quality also has to be specified. Good programs, if you are seeing, it will not have bad effect. But if you see the bad programs, it will have more effect. So we have to safeguard ourselves. So in a nutshell, C is direct proportional to P, where C is equal to concentration of mind and P is equal to purity of mind. So C1, communication, C2 and C3, concentration. Now, Q, Q1, Q2, Q3. IQ, EQ, SQ. IQ, you know everything, all of you got high IQ, that is why you are here as a teacher. Otherwise you would not have become a teacher of genius school. Children are genius, so what about the teacher? They will be double genius. 10 times genius. So, you are genius, so you have got high IQ, there is no doubt about it. Then EQ, emotional quotient, emotional intelligence. Daniel Goleman made a research in 1991 and said EQ is more important than IQ if you want to get long-term success and happiness. Now the latest discovery of the modern science is SQ. Dana Zohar, she is a professor in Oxford University. She has written a book, the name of the book is SQ, Spiritual Intelligence, the Ultimate Intelligence, where she says neurologically, physiologically, psychologically, biologically, from every point of view there is a concluding evidence. There is something called SQ, which is the basis of both IQ and EQ. What is IQ? IQ will tell you how to play the game of life. What is EQ? How to play the game of life, under change circumstances, we change strategies. That is EQ will tell. And SQ will tell you why to play the game of life. What is the purpose of life? Why we are here on this earth? What do we want to achieve before we die, so that we don't have any regrets at the time of death? As Alexander the Great had a great regret, you know, he was a world conqueror. At the time of death, he was weeping. He said that particular saint who I had met, he was laughing at the time of death, and I am weeping at the time of death, because I cannot take all these elephants and horses and all the golden ornament. Nothing I can take with me. So he said, when I die, put my hands dangling out of the grave. Why? Because let the world receive the message. Alexander came. He conquered the whole world. So many horses, so many elephants, so much of gold. Nothing I can carry. I am going in empty-handed. Let the world receive the message. Everybody has to go empty-handed. What will go with us is our karmas. What will go with us is only our samskaras. What will go with us is the good work and deeds that we have done. Nothing else. No amount of certificates, no gold medals, no number of cars, latest mobiles, latest dress, nothing will go with us. So that is SQ. Now many books have come on SQ, but one of the first books to come was by Dana Zohar. Very beautiful book. It came 1997. Neurologically, it was proved that we have a God spot on the brain. In 1997, it was discovered. In 2000, finally, Dana Zohar wrote the book SQ, neurologically, physiologically, biologically, psychologically. From every point of view, there is a concluding evidence, something called SQ, which is both of IQ and EQ. So, IQ, EQ, SQ. Now we are left with only one sentence. If you remember, you get the whole formula. Swami Vivekananda said, purity, passions, and perseverance. Purity, passions, and perseverance, these are the three essential to success. These are the three essential to success. And above all, love. Above all, love. L1, L2, L3. What is L1? Love towards the students. L2, love toward the profession. I am a teacher. How great I am. And love toward the learning. Learning is a continuous process. Student's role is to learn. Teacher's role is to forget. No. Is to learn. If you keep updated. Now many teachers, they say that nowadays students are not listening to us. How they will listen? Because they have got the latest news from the chat GPT. They have got the latest thing from the internet, and you are having your note which is 10-year-old. Already it is torn pages. You learned 10 years back whatever you learned. Now you are trying to give to the students, and students having the latest knowledge, they are not going to listen to you naturally. So that is why the teachers have to remain updated. And this is for a short time. No teacher after 5 years. AI, artificial intelligence is coming. Everything will be taught by the chat GPT, and now more instrument is coming from Google. They will be giving. Teacher will have to disappear in the void. What will come is only facilitator. You have to facilitate which type of chat GPT will be more easy to access and all that. You will be only facilitator. And more importantly, what you have to impart is not knowledge, is not information. Information is there in the mobile. Information is there in the Google. Google has got much more information than you. So Swami Vivekananda said 150 years back, he told, just imagine, he said, education is not the amount of information that goes into your brains and runs undigested all your life. Education is being and becoming. The role of teacher will be, only role will be to build the character of the citizens, the future citizens, to build the character of the students. Learning will be done by artificial intelligence, ChatGPT, Google. Your role is to give samskaras. And how can you impart samskaras? How can you impart values? So we have to remember, values are never taught. Values are always caught. Values can never be taught. Values are always caught. You tell the monkeys, give up your cap, they will not give. You give up your cap, monkeys will give up that. And the children, students are like monkeys. If you tell them, hey, don't see mobile, they are not living. But if you give up mobile, they will give up the mobile. So that is why Swami Vivekananda gave a very big mandate. Be and make. First you become great, make others great. First build your own character, then character of citizens, their students will take place. Because they are not going to listen to what you are saying. They are going to do what you are doing. Because they are like monkeys. So be and make, that is the mandate. So this will come if you love the children, if you love the learning, you will remain updated about the information and the latest technology and the latest information, then only you will be relevant. Otherwise, students will find you are not relevant. And when they find you are not relevant, naturally respect will not come. Today, the biggest thing is that many teachers, they tell me, you are talking too high about teachers. Okay? But in real life, teachers are not given any respect. Then I said one thing, do not demand respect, command respect. I know some teachers who command respect. Even today, the teachers are going and the students in the road, they are making pranam because their life is like that. So don't demand respect, command respect. But in general, in our country, in our culture, we give maximum respect to the teachers. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruvai Namah. This is what has been told, that Guru is greater than God. But then, who is that Guru? That was a spiritual Guru. In olden times, the knowledge was given, both types of knowledge was given. Paravidya, Aparavidya. In Mundokopishan it is said, Ve vidye veditavye parachaiva aparacha. Para and aparavidya. What is paravidya? What is aparavidya? Everything is aparavidya. Physics, chemistry, mathematics, geography, history, including the scriptures, they are all aparavidya. Paravidya is knowing which is beyond time, space and causation. Knowing that reality which is beyond time, space and causation, knowing that Brahman, knowing that infinite, which is a special prerogative of human beings. That is to know the infinite. No other species can have that access. Spiritual quotient. spiritual quotient SQ available only with the human beings. IQ available with all the species including computers. EQ is available only with a few species. SQ only with the human beings. So we have a special prerogative, reaching that infinite, having that infinite knowledge, infinite bliss, infinite happiness. That is the special prerogative that human beings can have, and that is the goal of life. And that is why we have to have IQ, EQ, SQ, all the three. So that is why the teachers, they are the role models. They will become a role model for the children, provided their character development takes place. Then only the students, their character development will take place. So that is why this formula is S is equal to 3D plus 3C plus 3Q plus 3P and plus 3L. Purity, patience and perseverance. These are the three essentials to success, and above all, love. Love towards the students, love towards the learning, love towards the profession of a teacher. So this is the formula that I have given in a nutshell. Everything you will get in the book, Teachers at Order of Change. I am very happy to talk to you, and there are so many more things that I could have talked, but I think we should go for the interaction. Already time is too much over. So what we can have is that, do you have slips of paper?
Yes.
Can you write in the slips of paper? Or if you want to ask, you can ask, but better is slip of paper, because what I want is that we want a heart-to-heart talk. So you ask any question, not only on education, not only a teacher, any problem that you are facing in your personal life, that also you can ask. But don't write the name, otherwise I will come to know about your problem. So you write whatever question you want to ask me, that I will try to give the reply. You write down in your, you need not write your name. If you want to write, you write. If you don't want to write your name, doesn't matter. But you write your question, and I will be very happy to reply as much as possible. All of you got the slips of paper? They have got notebook and all that?
Yes, we have notebook and just make slips of paper.
Or you can, is there? Is there? Okay. On Sunday, 18 June, it is a Sunday, we are organizing international conference on interfaith harmony for peace and freedom. And this is prelude to the World Parliament Religions that is going to happen in Chicago from 14 to 18 of August. You know, Swami Vivekananda went to Chicago in 1893. That was the first parliament. This is the 9th parliament. Same parliament. So if you want, you can go there in Chicago. As a prelude to that, we have a pre-parliament event in Rajkot. Gharangane, tamne બધું મળે છે. And there will be representatives of various religions coming from all over. Then they will be there, Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, Zoroastrianism, Sikh, Jain, Buddhist monk is coming from Bodh Gaya, like that. So from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. that is the program. So I will be sending the information brochure. If some teachers want to attend, that will be nice. We particularly want some, I have told Mr. Dr. Mehta, we particularly want the students from foreign countries, because it is international conference. We want from other countries also to participate. Very nice question. How to develop concentration level for toddler? For toddler, same principle you can apply. As I told you, C is directly proportional to P. Number one is that you have to give, there are certain concentration games also you can play with them. Second thing is purity of food. Let them avoid fast food. The diet is also important. Third thing is that routine. If they have a fixed routine, it helps in regularizing the mind, in the control of mind. And there are certain concentration games also which you can which they can play. Most important thing is that the toddlers can be taught concentration through games. So maybe there are various types of games. For example, I tell you tell them to clap. You will clap? Achha, okay, clap. You tell the children, they will like clap. But when they have to clap, this is one clap, two clap, three clap. So you tell the toddler that I have to tell the number, that time you have to clap. 3 minutes, 2 minutes. So then what will they do? No, they will become focused. Because whatever number you tell that time, they have to told like that. So you say 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. Suddenly you say 2, then but they will go to 5. Why? Because their concentration is not there. Now they will become more. So they have been defeated. Now say, now we will win. So again, who is there who will win? Like that there are many games constantly. Yeah, very good question. How to deal with people who are close to us but jealous with our progress? A very good question. Just now, as I told you, I had gone to Almora, and when I was going to the road, there was a truck that was going ahead of our car. You know, sometimes the truck wala, they have very good teachings, they write. मेरा भारत महान, something like that they write. उसमें बहुत अच्छा लिखा था, देने वाला भगवान है और जलने वाला शैतान है. तो if you write कि देने वाला भगवान है, if you feel देने वाला भगवान है तो जलना नहीं होगा. क्यों? भगवान ने उसको महान बनाया ना. तो अभी नाउ इट इज रिवर्स थिंग. अब उनको कौन सिखाने जाएगा कि भाई तुम मत जला करो मेरे से, ये तो मेरे को भगवान ने महान बनाया है. हियर इज अ डिफरेंट क्वेश्चन. मेरे को जेलसी नहीं आ रही, दूसरों को मेरे तरफ जेलसी आ रही है. सम पीपल आर जेलस ऑफ मी. जलने वाले जला करे, आप अपनी राह पर चला करो, पर भगवान से प्रार्थना करो. क्यों? देखो एक बात बताता हूँ. जिसके भीतर में जेलसी है, ही इज नॉट ए नॉर्मल मैन. वो दर्दी है. उसका दर्द क्या हुआ है? जेलसी नाम का रोग उसको हुआ है. जेलसी से रोग ना, ये तो मानते हो ना. ईर्ष्या एक रोग है, जेलसी से रोग. अब उस आदमी को ईर्ष्या का रोग लागू पड़ गया है. वो क्या है? दर्दी है. तो दर्दी के प्रति क्या होनी चाहिए? हमदर्दी होनी चाहिए. उसके प्रति हमदर्दी बताओ. बेचारा जेलसी नाम के रोग से भूख रहा है. मेरा प्रोग्रेस तो भगवान करा रहा है, जल हो रहा है, तो भगवान उसको शांति दे मन में, उसकी जलन कम कर दे. फायदा होगा, करके दे. How can we control anger and stubborn of children? These are two questions combined. How can we control anger? Very nice question. This is a common question. Now there are so many books coming, management of anger. There are books, many books, management of anger. We have also brought out one book. If you go to Vivekananda Bird, you will find how to control anger. There is a book. So it's a very big subject. Main thing is that, and when you're talking about anger, when do you become angry? Have you analyzed? गुस्सा कब आता है मैडम को? कभी देखा, कभी सोचा गुस्सा क्यों आता है? बता दूं मैंने सोचा था, मैंने वैसा नहीं हुआ इसलिए गुस्सा आया, है कि नहीं? मैंने उसको बोला था यहाँ मत पढ़ना, क्यों आया? मैंने बोला था मेरे को परेशान मत करना, क्यों आया बच्चा? मैंने माने ईगो है. ईगो इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. एंगर कम्स व्हेन देयर इज ईगो. ईगो थोड़ा कम करो. गुस्सा किसी का नहीं रहा, अहंकार किसी का नहीं रहा. रावण का भी अहंकार खत्म हुआ एक बार। रावण से ज्यादा अहंकार तो किसी को नहीं था, उसका भी अहंकार खत्म हुआ। तो अहंकार कम कर दो, थोड़ा ईगो कम कर दो। सेकेंड, why it happened did not happen like that. I had told like this, why it did not happen like that. I had thought like that, why it did not happen like that. This is the question that irritates you, isn't it? याद रखना है, एक बार हमेशा याद रखना है, होता वही है जो मंजूरे खुदा होता है। होता वही है जो मंजूरे खुदा होता है। ગુજરાતીમાં કહે છે ધાર્યું ધણીનું થાય, પણ ધણી એટલે પતિ નહીં હો, એમાં તો ધણિયાણીનું થાય, એમાં તો ધણિયાણીનું જ થાય, એમાં ધણીનું ન થાય। ધણી એટલે ઓલા ધણી એટલે ભગવાન, એના ધણીની આપણે વાત કરી છે, આ ધણી નહીં। ધણી એટલે પતિ પણ થાય, ધણી એટલે મોટા ભગવાન। હોતા વહીએ જો મંજૂરી ખુદા હોતા है। तो we have to remember everything will not happen according to our wishes. So the golden formula is do your best and leave the rest. Do your leave the rest. That is the formula. Ma phaleshu kadachana कर्मणि अवधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्मफले हेतुर्भु माते संगोस्त अकर्मणि। Arjun, you have the only right to do the work, not to the fruits thereof. फल देने वाला मैं हूँ और मैं कभी अन्याय नहीं करता हूँ। लॉ ऑफ कर्मा इज सुप्रीम इन द मेंटल वर्ल्ड, जैसे लॉ ऑफ ग्रेविटेशन सुप्रीम इन द फिजिकल वर्ल्ड। सो रिजल्ट विल कम टुडे और टुमारो, डोंट वरी अबाउट इट। डू योर बेस्ट, leave the rest. For any tension, do your best, leave the rest. For anger, do your best, leave the rest. When someone hurt our feelings and insult us, what should we do at that time? Very good question. Insult करते हैं कोई और इंसल्ट भी करते हैं, हमारे फीलिंग को हर्ट करते हैं। वेन एवर वी फील हर्ट, सो नेचुरली वी फील हर्ट। इट इज़ वेरी पेनफुल फीलिंग, आई अंडरस्टैंड। एंड somebody insults also, somebody criticizes also, that time also we feel hurt. What should we do at that time? Same thing. Try to analyze कि उसने मेरे को ये जो कहा, उसके पीछे मेरी क्रिटिसाइज किया या मुझे इंसल्ट किया, वाई? यदि मेरा दोष है, सपोजिंग इफ यू फाइंड आउट बाय इंट्रोस्पेक्शन दैट आई हैड कमिटेड सम मिस्टेक, इमीडिएटली अपोलोजाइज, इमीडिएटली अपोलोजाइज। एंड सपोजिंग यू आर नॉट एट फॉल्ट, you are not at fault, then remember satyameva jayate. Ultimately the truth shall triumph. One day he will come to know that you are right. Don't try to explain to him, it is useless, because when somebody is prejudiced, very difficult to convince them. Automatically one day the truth shall come out, but at the same time pray for them. भाई दर्दी है, उसके प्रति हमदर्दी होनी चाहिए, क्योंकि अनजस्टिफाई विल कर रहा है, जस्टिफाई विल कर रहा है। यू शुड बी ग्रेटफुल, थैंक यू फॉर करेक्टिंग मी, आई डिड नॉट नो दैट, थैंक यू फॉर योर करेक्टिंग, एक्नॉलेज इट, एंड यू विल फाइंड वेरी गुड रिलेशनशिप कमिंग अप, बिकॉज यू एक्नॉलेज योर मिस्टेक। दैट इज ग्रेटनेस। ओनली ग्रेट पीपल कैन एक्नॉलेज द मिस्टेक, ऑर्डिनरी पीपल विल नेवर एक्सेप्ट देयर मिस्टेक, नेवर। That is a greatness, that you accept your mistake and you apologize. It's a very great thing, very great virtue. Then you will find your relationship is becoming better. And supposing you are not at fault, you just tell, this is what I have done, and to ultimate truth shall triumph, and you pray for their right understanding, and they will be understanding later on. But don't become too much hurt. For small thing, don't get too much hurt. What XY Days is saying, who are they? Always remember, God is present as Antaryami. He knows what you are doing. You should care more for the opinion of God who is present, rather than the opinion of XYZ who don't have any character, who are useless people. What type of opinion? Why do you care for their opinion? But don't tell them that you are useless people. Keep it in your mind. हाथी चले बाजार में, कुत्ता भौंके हजार, साधुन को दुर्भाव नहीं, निंदे चाहे संसार। When elephants are going, dogs are barking. Elephant does not look at them also. Don't look at them. They are like dogs, but don't tell them they are dogs. Inside your mind, you must think they are dogs, but barking dogs. Don't look at them. हाथी चले बाजार में, कुत्ता भौंके हजार, साधुन को दुर्भाव नहीं, निंदे चाहे संसार। यदि हम लोग तो साधु नहीं बन सकते थे, हमको जितना लोग भोगते रहते ना, उतना तुम लोग को कुछ नहीं है। यू आर नथिंग। हमको तो बहुत भोगते रहते हैं। पहले हम तो ब्रह्मचारी ड्रेस में जाते, चुटैया को खींचते हैं लोग। जब चुटैया रहती है ना ब्रह्मचारी के ड्रेस में, चुटैया खोजते हैं, उनको बड़ा मजा आता है, क्योंकि ये एक्स्ट्राऑर्डिनरी ड्रेस है, तो बहुत मजा आता है चिढ़ाने में। तो डोंट गिव टू मच अटेंशन टू दैट। हमारे तो ब्रह्मचारी है, वहाँ पर ट्रेनिंग सेंटर में जाते हैं और बेलूर मठ में है। सो ब्रह्मचारी शाम को प्रार्थना के समय जाने के पहले हाथ पर धोने में गंगा नदी के जाते हैं। एंड पीपल गेट लॉट ऑफ करेज बिकॉज व्हेन दे आर इन द नौका, वो तो नौका में है, हम तो पकड़ नहीं पाएंगे उसको। नौका में बैठे हैं, वहां से चिल्लाते रहते हैं, देखो 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 कैसे ब्रह्मचारी लोग हैं। तो एक ब्रह्मचारी, अब क्या हमारे सभी सब टाइप के ब्रह्मचारी, क्रिश्चियन है, हिंदू है, मुस्लिम है, साउथ इंडिया के हैं, नॉर्थ इंडिया के हैं, काले हैं, मोटे हैं, दुबले हैं, सभी प्रकार के हैं। तो एक मोटा ब्रह्मचारी आया, वो नौका में जाने वाले क्या चिढ़ाते हैं, बोले देखो देखो किस मील के कौन सा आटा खाते हैं, देखो साले लोग मोटे होते रहते हैं। बोला था हम लोग कुछ ज्यादा टाइम उसकी तरफ देखते नहीं। उसके बाद ही तुरंत ऐसा हुआ, 2 मिनट के बाद एक दुबला पतला है, साले लोग इतना खाते जाता कहाँ है। दुबला हो गए तो भी चिढ़ाएंगे, मोटे हो गए तो भी चिढ़ाएंगे। इनका काम ही है दूसरों को चिढ़ाना, और यदि हम चिढ़ेंगे तो और चिढ़ाएंगे, और यदि हम कुछ नहीं करेंगे तो डिप्रेस हो जाएंगे, और फिर भी हम हंसते रहते हैं। भगवान तेरा भला करे। हाथी चले बाजार में, कुत्ता भौंके हजार, साधुओं को दुर्भाव निंदे चाहे संसार। How do I control my negative sense? Negative sense in the sense negative feelings they come. The only way of avoiding negativity is by going towards positivity. Only one way. If you go towards the north, south will fall behind. If you go towards the east, west will fall behind. Go towards positivity, negativity will go away. So why so many suicides are happening? Why? Because of negativity. Why negativity is coming? Because the mind has become very weak. कल निर्जला एकादशी थी ना, कल कितने लोग ने निर्जला एकादशी किया? निर्जला एकदम बिना पानी के, देखो 2 जन, 3 जन, 4 जन निर्जला एकादशी किया। अच्छा, जल पी करके, फल खा करके, फराड़ करके कितने लोगों ने एकादशी किया? देखो कितने सारे हाथ हो गए। ज्यादा कर मेरे साथ है, ज्यादा है, मैं भी फराड़ वाला हूँ, और हमारा तो बहुत टाइप का फराड़ होता है। पहले फराड़ आता था, फलाहार से फराड़ आता था। वो फराड़ में अभी बहुत सारा आइटम है, रोटी दाल भात सगे सवाल बाकी सब आइटम। एनीवे, पर देखो निर्जला एकादशी कितने किया? 4 जन ने किया। और ये वाला एकादशी और अच्छा खा पी करके एकादशी बहुत लोगों ने किया। अभी उल्टा है, व्हेन इट कम्स टू मेंटल एकादशी हम लोग सब निर्जला वाले हैं, सब निर्जला है, एकदम निर्जला। निर्जला माने पानी भी नहीं पीना चाहिए। गांधी जी ने क्या कहा? प्रार्थना मेरा मन का खुराक है। कितने दिन तक नहीं लिया? 1 दिन, 2 दिन, 10 दिन, 1 महीना, 2 महीना, 1 साल। क्यों? टाइम नहीं है, नो टाइम, यू डोंट नो। बहुत मेरे को कितना काम है। प्रार्थना बोले प्रार्थना करो, नहीं टाइम। मेडिटेशन करो, नो टाइम। अच्छा किताब, स्वामी जी की किताब अभी 5 किताब दिया, देखना कोई नहीं पढ़ेगा। 5 किताब का पैकेट दिया है, 1-2 जन पढ़ेगा तो पढ़ेगा। फिर भी मैंने बोला वैदा साहब को, 2 कोई ना कोई पढ़ेगा, नहीं पढ़ेगा तो रहेगा, कभी कभी डिप्रेस में आएगा तब जाके पढ़ेगा उसके घर में तो रहेगा कम से कम, एक नहीं तो दूसरा पढ़ेगा। किताब देते जाओ, ये मेरा काम ही है बचपन से, दूसरों के देते जाओ, खुद पढ़ाओ, उसके बाद बी एंड मेक अपने आप हो जाएगा। उसमें ऐसे पावरफुल थॉट है। पॉजिटिविटी आएगी कैसे? पावरफुल थॉट से। पावरफुल थॉट से आएगी कैसे? बाय गुड बुक्स, good thoughts, positive thoughts, prayer, meditation, holy company, holy atmosphere. अब जाके जाओ, आप मंदिर में जाओ, रामकृष्ण आश्रम राजकोट में बैठो, सब नेगेटिव अपने आप चली जाएगी. यू फील सो ब्लेसेड. 5 मिनट बैठ के देखो, इतने वाइब्रेशन है. डॉक्टर कलाम आए थे तो वो तो एकदम समाधि में चले गए. फिर उनको ऐसा करना पड़ा, एयरपोर्ट जाने में देर हुई थी, ऐसा हमने झकझोर दिया, तब जाकर के उठे. सो दैट इज वाई नेगेटिविटी, ओनली वन वे ऑफ नेगेटिविटी दूर करना है. कभी निर्जला उपवास मत करो. माने वो एकादशी भले निर्जला करो, पर ये मानसिक उपवास निर्जला मत करो. मतलब कुछ ना कुछ खाओ, मतलब कुछ ना कुछ खुराक लो. क्या है खुराक? प्रार्थना, ध्यान, अच्छी किताब पढ़ना, पॉजिटिव थॉट्स, होली कंपनी. नेवर गो फॉर, unless until you go for positivity, negativity automatically comes. The only way to avoid negativity is to have positivity. The only way to avoid negativity is by not having निर्जला एकादशी. इन मेंटल एकादशी, फिजिकल एकादशी करो निर्जला, मेंटल एकादशी कभी निर्जला मत करो. थोड़ा सा कम से कम खा लो, थोड़ा सा कम से प्रार्थना कर लो. टाइम नहीं है 2 मिनट प्रार्थना कर लो, टाइम नहीं है 2 मिनट पढ़ लो, 2 मिनट का भी अच्छी किताब पढ़ो, पॉजिटिव थॉट, एक थॉट पढ़ो कम से कम. मोबाइल में आता है, एक थॉट पढ़ो, उसमें भी पॉजिटिविटी आएगी. पर एकदम निर्जला मत करो. डोंट गो फॉर कंप्लीट फास्टिंग. दैट इज द आइडिया. हाउ टू कंट्रोल ओवर थिंकिंग. ओवर थिंकिंग किसको बोलते हैं? मैं तो जानता नहीं. ओवर थिंकिंग नाम की कोई चीज ही नहीं है. थिंकिंग जितना करोगे उतना अच्छा है, पर हाँ नेगेटिव थिंकिंग मत करो. पॉजिटिव थिंकिंग जितना ज्यादा करोगे उतना अच्छा है. थिंकिंग ये करो कि मेरा जीवन का उद्देश्य क्या है, व्हाट इज द गोल ऑफ लाइफ. दैट इज गुड थिंकिंग. यू गो फॉर इट. इनफैक्ट हम लोगों ने क्या सुना मालूम है? सिंपल लिविंग, हाई थिंकिंग. अभी उल्टा है, हाई लिविंग, सिंपल थिंकिंग, समटाइम्स नो थिंकिंग. So it is good to have thinking. You don't have any thinking. अभी किसी को बोलो थिंकिंग का कोई टाइम नहीं है. खाओ पियो मजा करो. लेटेस्ट मॉडल मोबाइल ये वो करने में बहुत टाइम चला जाता. थिंकिंग होता ही नहीं है. तो थिंकिंग तो बहुत अच्छी चीज है. इट्स अ गुड थिंग. यू मस्ट हैव थिंकिंग, बट पॉजिटिव थिंकिंग, नॉट नेगेटिव थिंकिंग. पॉजिटिव थिंकिंग रहेगी तो नेगेटिव थिंकिंग अपने आप चली जाएगी. एंड पॉजिटिव थिंकिंग विल कम फ्रॉम पॉजिटिव बुक्स, from inspiring books on self development, inspiring books. You read the inspiring books and positive thoughts, negativity will go away. So thinking is very good. Negative thinking is not good. Positive thinking is very good. And there is nothing called overthinking. The more you think, Swami Vivekananda says in his book, very beautiful small book, Thoughts of Power. Doing is very good, but that comes from thinking. Fill the mind therefore with highest thoughts. Praise them day and night before you, and out of that will come great work. So thinking is very good. Think positive thoughts. That is good. For good deeds will come from good thoughts. How to deal with conscious and subconscious mind? Well, subconscious mind always will be through the control of conscious mind. Whatever we can do is with our conscious mind only. But subconscious mind के लिए there are many you will get in the books, psychological books में बहुत सारे meeting. One of the idea is auto suggestion. At the time of night, while gliding into sleep, you can have auto suggestion. Or at that time, if you read good books, positive thoughts, put the ideas when just mind is going to sleep. At that time, it is subconscious mind is more working, not conscious mind. That time, if you put an idea, it will work in the whole night. It will work during sleep time. So that is the way you can control your subconscious mind. There are books also on how to control subconscious mind. There are books also. Is it bad to be selfish for our growth? Not at all. You must be selfish, but the best way of your growth is unselfishness. And Swami Vivekananda says, unselfishness is the test of religion, is the test of spirituality. How to know that you have got high SQ? The only way to judge your SQ, whether you have got a better SQ or not, is by unselfishness. Unselfishness is the test of religion. Unselfishness and purity, these are the two basic parameters of judging one's personality. And so Swami Vivekananda wrote a beautiful, inspiring letter to Maharaja of Mysore, my dear prince, this life is short. The vanities of this world are transient. In this short life, they alone live, who live for others. The rest are more dead than alive. They are dead. Those who are living for themselves, they are dead people according to Swami Vivekananda. Live for others. You are all teachers. You are living for others. It's a very great profession. You are trying to mold the character and the personality of so many children. What a great work you are doing. You are doing unselfishness. We are doing unselfish work. The more unselfishness, the better it is, and the more you will be nearer to the ultimate reality. How can we reduce the stubbornness of children of this generation? A beautiful question and a very important question. Stubbornness. जिद्दी है. ज़्यादातर बच्चे जिद्दी हैं. ये याद रखना. ये stubbornness जो है, what does it indicate? It indicates they have got tremendous willpower. You read the life of Swami Vivekananda. He was very stubborn, difficult to control, and his mother, Bhuvneshwari Devi, could not control him. So he, of course, he was from an aristocratic family. So they kept two nurses, two कामवाली को रखा था, दो कामवाली. वो भी कंट्रोल नहीं कर सकते थे. छोटा जो उसका नाम था बिले, क्योंकि बीरेश्वर शिव जी के कृपा से उनको मिला था शिव जी का. और माँ भुवनेश्वरी देवी बोलती भी थी, मैंने शिव जी के पास मांगा था अपने दूतों को भेजने के, उसने भूत भेज दिया. और फिर बाद में, और वो गुस्से में जब आता था तो सब चीज फेंकता था. गद्दी फेंक देता, ये फेंकेगा, वो फेंकेगा, बहनों को परेशान करता था, बहुत परेशान करता था. कुछ चुपता, एकदम ओवर एक्टिव, जिसको बोलते हाइपर एक्टिव है. हाइपर एक्टिव से बहुत ज्यादा हाइपर एक्टिव था बिले. उसका नाम बिले कैसे हुआ? बीरेश्वर, बिकॉज बीरेश्वर शिव जी की कृपा से हुआ, इसलिए उसका नाम बीरेश्वर रखा. तो बीरेश्वर से बिलेश्वर हुआ, बिलेश्वर से बिले हो गया. तो छोटा बच्चा बिले, आउट ऑफ कंट्रोल. आखिरी में भुवनेश्वरी देवी ने देखा दो कामवाली है, दो आया भी संभाल नहीं पा रही है. जोर से भगता है, ये फेंकता है, वो फेंकता है, गुस्से में आने से सब फेंक देता है. तो फिर तब भुवनेश्वरी देवी के पास एक ही उपाय था, उसको ला करके नल के नीचे बैठा देती थी और पानी डालती थी. शिव 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 शिव, और बोलती थी यदि ज्यादा तूफान करेगा शिव जी तुझे कैलाश में नहीं आने देंगे. चुपचाप हो जाए. तो वो पानी में सिर में पानी डालना, शिव 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 बोलना. दिस इज हाउ शी यूज्ड टू कंट्रोल छोटा बिले. Now you find out your own method of controlling your बिले. But always remember, यदि stubbornness है, that means इसका will power बहुत है. It shows your will power. Stubbornness जिद्दी है, इसका मतलब है वो करते रहेगा. तो आज खराब चीज कर रहा है, कल जब करेगा, कोई भी बड़ी चीज करेगा, मैं करके रहूंगा. स्वामी विवेकानंद ने बोल के रखा, मैं रामकृष्ण ने कहा शिव ज्ञान से जीव सेवा. उन्होंने सुना वो पर, बोले मैं इस जो उपदेश को करके रहूंगा, और रामकृष्ण की स्थापना कर दी उन्होंने विदेश से आकर. तो जिद्दी तो थे ही वो, जो जीत लिया तो करके रखा है, सब करके दिखाया है बाद में. सो सेम स्टबर्ननेस वाज कन्वर्टेड इनटू ग्रेट विल पावर ऑफ स्वामी विवेकानंद. सो चिल्ड्रन, इफ दे आर स्टबर्न, you must say he has got a great willpower. Only thing, turn it towards positive things, positivity. तो आएगा. ये तो भाई बहुत बड़ा प्रश्न है. हाउ टू कंप्लीट सिलेबस इन लिमिटेड टाइम with best method of teaching in satisfaction of students, parents and management. इस सबको खुश रखना कितना मुश्किल है. एक को खुश रखना ही मुश्किल होता है. मैनेजमेंट को खुश रखा तो भी बहुत है बाबा. और पेरेंट्स को भी खुश रखना, स्टूडेंट को भी खुश रखना, और पूरा सिलेबस भी कंप्लीट करना. ये राइट टाइम पर है, यू कम राइट टाइम. थोड़ा सा देर आने से अच्छा होता. यू शुड कम 5 मिनट्स लेट. हमारा प्राइवेट बात चल रहा है अभी. बैठो. क्वेश्चन आप सुन लीजिए. हाउ टू कंप्लीट सिलेबस इन लिमिटेड टाइम विद बेस्ट मेथड ऑफ टीचिंग एंड सेटिस्फेक्शन ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स, पेरेंट्स एंड मैनेजमेंट. अभी मैनेजमेंट आ गया, उनके सामने कैसे बोलूं मैं. तो main thing is our education policy itself is at fault, where our attention is on completing the syllabus, on going for academic knowledge, and academic knowledge is nothing but information which is available in chat GPT, in internet, in Google. So gradually the whole change will come with the new education policy, where I told you, your job is only for 4 or 5 years maximum. Artificial intelligence is coming in a big way, and you all will become outdated. So you have to equip yourself, and you are all going to be in future facilitator. And the only role of teacher will be to build their own character and to build the character of the students who are going to become enlightened citizens. Because information they will get much better from ChatGPT and our artificial intelligence. You did not go to, and classroom method is also going to be outdated very soon. So a lot of changes will take place when this problem will be not there, how to complete the syllabus. The syllabus itself will be changed. And the importance will not be given to the syllabus, importance will be given to what Swami Vivekananda said. Man making education, character building education. वो फोटो मेरे को देना है, हाँ, इन फोटो मैं आपको दूंगा सबके सामने, उसमें कोटेशन ही दिया है व्हाट टाइप ऑफ एजुकेशन. How can we make children unlearn something? As I told you, same thing. Unlearn अपने आप हो जाता है. If you learning good things, they will unlearn the bad things. Don't go for any attention to it. Don't give any importance to it. कोई भी लड़का मान लो गाली दे रहा है, गाली देने की उसकी आदत है, वो अपने आप छूट जाएगी. यदि उसको अच्छे संस्कार दिए जाएंगे तो वो अपने आप छूट जाएगा. आप उसके ऊपर अटेंशन मत दो. Don't give too much attention to the unlearned things. Unlearning will come automatically when learning. When you go towards the positive side, negativity will fall behind. Go towards the north, south will fall behind. Go towards the east, west will fall behind. The same is formula. Nowadays, parents and teachers are pressurizing children for 360-degree development. Children have lost their childhood. What is to be done where children remain children? Beautiful question. This is the very, very important question. And children are given so much of pressure, even not to compare themselves with other children. You compare yourself with yourself. Am I better than yesterday? That is the main thing. Then jealousy will not come. And of course improvement will come. When you compare, am I better? Because everybody has not got the same capacity. And not the same capacity in everything. Somebody may be excelling in sports, some may be excelling in music, some may be excelling in studies, some may be excelling in mathematics, somebody may be excelling in geography. Every child has come with special talent. We have to explore that talent. Every child has got special talent. And every child is special. That was the special teaching of Dr. Kalam. You are unique in this world. And when God has brought you, He has brought you as a unique person. And everybody has got a unique personality. Every thumb is unique. That is why thumb impression is taken. No two thumbs are equal. And no two children are equal. So don't compare with other children. That child may have got 99% mathematics. But your child has got, he can play guitar much well. And tomorrow he may be a good poet. Tomorrow he will get Nobel Prize like Rabindranath Tagore. Who knows? He may be failing in mathematics. Doesn't matter. मैं तो बोलता हूँ बहुत अच्छा हुआ कि अभी रविन्द्रनाथ टैगोर का जन्म उस समय हुआ. आज होता तो क्या होता? आज होता रविन्द्रनाथ टैगोर को तो उसकी बोलते सब बच्चे सब लोग बोलते हैं साइंस लेना है. मुझे तो कविता चला. कविता लिखना कोई ये इज इट? कविता लिखना ये कोई बिजनेस, ये कोई प्रोफेशन है, ये कोई कैरियर है? चल इतना सा इंटेलिजेंट है, चल साइंस पे जा. साइंस उसका जबरदस्त ये बात है. 12th साइंस में 3 बार फेल होता और सुसाइड करता. अच्छा वो आया तो नोबेल प्राइज मिला पोएम लिखने में. अभी कोई बच्चा बोलेगा कि मैं तो कैरियर अपना डेवलप करना चाहता हूँ, मैं कवि बनूंगा. बोले पागल खाने में जा. इतना इंटेलिजेंट होकर के ये आर्ट्स लाइन ले रहा है. ये तो लड़कियों की लाइन है. लड़का होकर के आर्ट्स ले रहा है. When we have lost, I mean, new education policy में there is a facility they can change over from one faculty to another faculty, and there will be knowledge of all the faculties. ऐसा भी है, सबको मिला करके भी कर सकते हैं. ऐसा नहीं कि जो साइंस है तो साइंस में ही जाएगा. साइंस के भी कुछ सब्जेक्ट और आर्ट्स के भी कुछ सब्जेक्ट मिलकर भी कोई कर सकता है. Because everybody has got his own or her interest. So let the child develop in her or his own field. That is the modern psychology. So anyway, gradually all these things will come. So at present, it is a transitory period under which we have to solve, we have to face these problems. Can you please share the way to control the mind and how to make more focus on goals with positivity? Wonderful question. There is a beautiful book by Swami Nikhileswarananda, Mind and its Control. In fact, all his books are on practical spirituality, practical psychology, how to mind and its control, willpower and its development, how to control anger. These are all some of the books by Swami Nikhileswarananda, who is no more now. These are all books available in Vivekananda Book World, there in Rajkot. You can get these books, and we have got a website, vivekananda.live. Vivekananda, V-I-V-V-K-N-D-A, Vivekananda.live. That is the website. Go there. You can get so many books online. You can read them. You can order online. They are available also in Kindle from various sources. They are available. So mind and its control. But main thing, as I told you, mind control is possible only when you control the life. If your life is not under control, mind will not be under control. So first you have to control your routine. A routine is very necessary. And there has to be conscious effort of being regular. Some people are regularly irregular. So then their mind also becomes very irregular and very difficult to control that mind. So you have to have a regular life. When I go to the students, they are also same problem. Do you know problem is that अभी mind तुम्हारे कंट्रोल में नहीं है, तुम माइंड के कंट्रोल में हो, है कि नहीं? बोले हाँ, बात तो सच है. हम माइंड के कंट्रोल में हैं, माइंड हमारे कंट्रोल में नहीं है, हम माइंड के कंट्रोल में. That is the problem. So mind should be under our control. How that can come? Well, by regulating our life. Then I asked them, hey, सुबह कितने बजे उठते हो? सवारे કેટલા વાગે ઉઠે? નક્કી નહીં. કોઈ 6 વાગે, 7 વાગે, રવિવાર 9 વાગે. બધા રાતનો સુવાનો ટાઈમ શું છે? નક્કી નહીં. 10 વાગે, 11 વાગે, 12 વાગે, સારું પીછે તો 1 વાગી જાય ટીવીમાં. તાર ભણવાનો ટાઈમ નક્કી નહીં. મૂડ આવે તો ભણી લો. તાર જમવાનો ટાઈમ નક્કી નહીં. ભૂખ લાગે તો ખાઈ લો. રમવાનો ટાઈમ નક્કી નહીં. ટીવી જોવાનો ટાઈમ નક્કી નહીં. પછી મને આવીને પૂછે, સ્વામીજી આ મને એકાગ્રત ક્યારે આવશે? કે નક્કી નહીં. તારો જવાબ તને પાછો. તારું કાંઈ નક્કી નથી, એકાગ્રતા નક્કી નથી. માઇન્ડ કંટ્રોલ કરવો હશે તો પછી એ લોકોને બોલાવું છું કે જીવન જેટલું નિયમિત થશે એટલું જીવન નિયંત્રિત થશે, જીવન જેટલું નિયંત્રિત થશે એટલું મન નિયંત્રિત થશે, મન નિયંત્રિત થશે તો જ મનની એકાગ્રતા આવશે. So this is the formula. Mind control, you have to control your whole life. It is not one way. You have to control the whole life. That is what is important. Mind is control, you will get many more this one. Yeah, in Generation Z, how can we develop spirituality with the change in culture? This is the beautiful question. Now, on 18th November 2018, I was at Harvard University. And I talked to them about SQ, the concept of spiritual quotient. How the modern science has proved that neurologically, physiologically, biologically, psychologically, from every point of view, there is concluding evidence there is SQ. They are very much excited about SQ. It was a new concept for them. So then they came with the idea that how can we develop this SQ? It is a special prerogative of a human being. No other species have got SQ. They cannot develop SQ. Only human beings can have developed SQ. IQ is available with all these species, including computers. EQ is also available with a few species. But SQ is available only in human beings. How to develop this SQ? And this is what the modern science is trying to now find out, how to develop SQ. What are the parameters of SQ? That also they have told. As I told you, unselfishness, purity, mind control, anger control, emotional, this one. and most importantly, the purpose of life. That all the parameters are there. How to get it? That they are working. But the reply was given by Swami Vivekananda 100 years back, 125 years back. He says in his book on Raj Yoga, the whole gist of Vedanta, each soul is potentially divine. The goal of human life is to manifest this divinity within by controlling nature external and internal. This is either by work, worship, psychic control or philosophy, by one or more or all of these and be free. This is the whole of religion. Doctrines, dogmas, rituals, temples, churches, mosques are but secondary details. So these are the 4 yogas: Raj Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Gyan Yoga, Karma Yoga. If you practice these 4 yogas, then gradually you will be able to develop SQ. It's a long-run process. It's not a question of 1 or 2 days. Every day you have to set apart some time for prayer, that is Bhakti Yoga. Set apart some time for meditation, that is Raj Yoga. Set up some time for inspirational reading, that is Gyan Yoga. And whatever work you try to do, try to convert it to worship. I am not teaching students. No, I am worshipping Vidyarthi Narayana. This concept is to come. Then work becomes worship. So these practice of these 4 yogas will lead us to the development of SQ. When the development, at the culmination, what happens? When the culmination of development of SQ, what happens? Infinite joy, infinite happiness, infinite bliss, infinite knowledge, eternal life. Sat Chit Ananda. This is what we get. So that is the purpose of life. So when I told this to the students of Harvard University, and I had the privilege of delivering speech in the same severe hall where Swami Vivekananda delivered his speech in 1894. And I felt great privilege. And the students, they asked so many questions. It was 1 hour talk. It went on for 2.5 hours. They wanted practical demonstration. When they say, oh, the devotional songs also and recitation of prayer, when you teach us prayer, then I taught them prayer. Asato ma sadgamaya sarve bhavantu sukhina. They are very happy. So you teach us meditation. So we had meditation session. Then devotional song, Raghupati Raghav Rajaram. Can you imagine that the students of Harvard University doing Raghupati Raghav Rajaram? So we had 2.5 hours. And when we came out, we saw there is all snow all around. Because within 2.5 hours there was a heavy snowfall. Very difficult to cross, but it was full of snow. But we did not come to know, we were so much engaged and engrossed. We did not know that there is a heavy snowfall outside. All the students were so much engrossed in learning about SQ. So this is the way the modern students will come. The Z generation has to be X generation, has to be given in a modern scientific way. Then only they will take up. Only if you say because our forefathers said that you should do fasting, no. But if you say what are the advantages of fasting according to the modern science, then they will do fasting. They will not say pehle ke din no. So we have to present to the X generation in their own language, in the language of the modern science. Then they will take up. Do you think parents should be educated more for values than students? Yes, very good question. There should be program for the parents. Parents have to be also taught. Swami Vivekananda says that educated should be more educated. Non-educated people should be educated and they need education. But educated people require these values even more than the non-educated people. They have to be re-educated. Even teachers have to be re-educated. Parents have to be re-educated. So parents, and as far as the samskara is concerned, when we talk about character development or value development, value education, teachers, value education is a triangle. Students, teachers, parents. It's a triangle. So all the 3 angles have to be taken care of. Only if you take care of the teachers may be very nice. But if the students are not given the values, and as I told you, values can never be taught, values are always caught. From where they will catch the values? From where? From the parents and the teachers, or from their friends. These are the 3 sources. Okay, these are the 3 sources from where they will catch the values. If you teach them, they are not going to take the values. Always remember, they are like monkeys. They will not give up the cap. You give the cap, they will give up the cap. So values are always caught and never taught. So the parents also have to change their behavior pattern. So parents need education. That's a very good question. Of course, this is very important. The big essay, I think. Very big essay. Fanaticism and bigotry errs in every religious community. How do we promote values of religious harmony in a society that sends out communal hate messages through movies and media? Especially when we talk about values being taught and not thought, how do we help children who already absorb the values of communal hate from home and larger society? Very good question. Now this is where, again I told, values are never not taught, called it. In Ramakrishna Mission, we not only talk about interfaith harmony. You see, when Ramakrishna Mission was started by Swami Vivekananda, in the Constitution is written with all those who become monks here or who become members, who are lay members, all of them should respect other religions. Not only that, they have to give a writing. There is a form in which they have to write that I will respect all the religions. Not only that, in our Ramakrishna Mission, all the centers, we observe Buddha Jayanti, Mahavir Jayanti, Nanak Jayanti, Guru Nanak Jayanti, Janmashtami, Ram Navami, even Christmas Eve we celebrate. In our Bangladesh centers, we celebrate Islamic celebrations. We have 15 centers official and 120 centers non-official. There because it is a country where Muslims are more, so we respect the Muslims and we have Islamic celebrations. So we are giving respect to the religious heads of all the religions. In our order, as on today, we have monks who are Muslim, who are Christian, who are Sikh, who are from Australia, who are from New Zealand, who are from Brazil, originally, America, many monks from America, originally Americans, Japanese, from so many countries. In a true sense, it's a global organization, Ramakrishna Mission, where when we are organizing interfaith harmony. For example, as I told you, we are going to have on 18th June. So when we have organization of interfaith harmony, where it will be held? In Vivek Hall. And we go to Vivek Hall, you will find the symbols of all the religions, major religions there in the hall itself, and it is permanently there. It's not for one day. It's not that only on the day of Interfaith Harmony conference that we have got symbols of world religion. It is not only when during the conference we talk about giving respect to all religions. We practice it. And this is what is needed. And this is why Swami Vivekananda, why he became popular. He told that all religions can be equally lead to the same goal. So there did not be any fanaticism, any bigotry, any sectarism. At the same time, he pointed out there is no need of conversion. All the problems start when you go for conversion. All the problems, that is the beginning. Why should there be conversion? Every religion is great. What is the need of your conversion? And that also conversion not from your heart because you want it. Just because you want some money and you are in need. So because of that, if you are converted, that conversion is not good enough because you should accept Christianity if it is a good religion. But basically you are not converting for other. Not that you are least concerned with Hinduism, least concerned with Christianity. You are concerned only with money and with clothes and with the food. That is not good. In the name of religion there should not be any commercialization. In the name of religion there should not be any politicization. The religion or faith is your own personal matter. You follow your own faith, but don't disturb others. That is also important. When you try to disturb others and then you say there is no communal harmony, how it will come? It cannot. You see, ताली बजती दो हाथ से बजती है ना, एक हाथ से ताली नहीं बज सकती है. So all the followers, all the faiths, They have to become broad-minded. You follow your own religion. Sri Ramakrishna did not say that you follow this religion or that religion. He said, जिसमें भी आपका विश्वास है उसको पकड़ के रखो. That does not mean you should have enmity with others. That does not mean that you should talk ill of other religions. This is the most important. This is the basis of interfaith harmony. If you don't accept this particular theory that all these lead to the same goal, and if you sincerely feel that my religion is the only religion that is true in this world, and all the others, and there will be no world peace till all become Christians, or till all become Islam, or till all become Hindus. If you have that feeling, you are creating problem for the nation and for the society. And then you shout, where is the harmony? It is you who are disturbing the harmony. Why you are having that particular notion that all other religions are bad, only your religion is good? You know what the people are telling? शांति कब आएगी? जब सब रिलीजन खत्म हो जाएंगे, एक रिलीजन रहेगा तो अब शांति दूर हो जाएगी. कभी ऐसा नहीं होगा. मान लो इस्लाम रिलीजन को ले लिया, इस्लाम में भी फिर शिया और सुन्नी के बीच में झगड़ा होगा. शिया और सुन्नी के सिवा अहमदिया के साथ उनका अलग होगा. उसमें भी कम से कम ऐसा हम सोचते हैं हिंदू में बहुत सारे सेक्ट हैं, इस्लाम में कितने सेक्ट है मालूम है? किसी को मालूम ही नहीं. तो उनके बीच फिर झगड़ा होगा. झगड़ा होना ही होना है. Unless until you get this one कि हमको झगड़ा नहीं करना है, ऐसा नहीं सोचा तो झगड़ा होनी है. You feel मैं भी शांति में रहूं, आप भी शांति में रहिए. This is the main message Swami Vivekananda delivered in Parliament of Religions. That is why he was so much accepted by the newspapers. Why? He said we do not believe in tolerance. We accept all religions equally true. ये हमारी भारतीय सभ्यता है, संस्कृति है. यदि उसको आप स्वीकारते नहीं करें और आप बोलेंगे कि नहीं हम तो ये, ऐसा नहीं. इफ यू स्वीकारते हैं तो पूरी कल्चर को स्वीकारिए. वसुधैव कुटुंबकम की बात को स्वीकारिए. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः की बात को स्वीकारिए. स्वामी जी ने वही कहा. विवेकानंद जी ने कौन से हिंदुइज्म की बात कही? उन्होंने भी हिंदू धर्म के बारे में कहा. Why he praised Hinduism? Because Hinduism only talks about harmony of religions. It talks about broad-mindedness, narrow-mindedness नहीं कि मेरा ही रिलीजन सच्चा है और आपका झूठा है, इसलिए आपका रिलीजन छोड़ के आप कन्वर्ट हो जाओ, और नहीं तो आप नरक में जाओगे, और आपको नरक में जब जाना है तो अभी आपको तलवार से उड़ा करके अभी कभी नरक में भेज देते हैं. So you get converted, or you get converted to my religion, or go to nurk, go to hell. That is not going to work. And it will have, अभी जो आज हो रहा है, क्या हो रहा है मालूम? It is a reaction. Always remember, अभी जो आपको लग रहा है कि some communal feeling of communalism is coming, is nothing but the reaction. Now some people are getting awakened that for hundreds of years they have been persecuted. Now we will be persecuted. So this is a transition period. A time will come when the other faith also will understand it was not good for us to go for conversion or to go for forcibly forcibly putting religion on somebody's head and taking all sorts of nonsensical methods. When they will understand, there will be an understanding, and then will be peace. This is a transitory period. In the meanwhile, we should continue to hold interfaith conferences. We should continue to tell something about against sectarism, bigotry, and its horrible descendant, fanaticism. We have to say goodbye to it. That is why UNESCO Director General Federico Mayer was asked this question. So Swami Vivekananda's Chicago centenary was celebrated in 1993 after 100 years. 1893 he gave their. So on 9th of October 1993 there was a celebration of the centenary of Swami Vivekananda's participation in Chicago Parliament Religions in headquarters of UNESCO in Paris. Then the Director General was Federico Mayer, Dr. Federico Mayer. He was asked this question: what is the justification of celebrating the centenary of Swami Vivekananda's participation in Parliament in UNESCO, in the headquarters of UNESCO? Then he said, what he said 100 years back is very relevant even today. Even today, there is a clash of civilizations. There is a beautiful book by Samuel P. Huntington. The name of the book is Clash of Civilizations and Remaking of a World Order, in which he has proved through statistics most of the wars that are caused are not due to any other reason, but it is clash of civilizations. It is because of, it is a clash of various faiths. It is a clash of religions. And that is why this interfaith harmony is very important. That is why we have now organized international conference on interfaith harmony for peace and freedom on 18 June. So I have requested Mr. Mehta to tell you, it is a Sunday, the teachers, if you can come, that will be very nice, and you will learn what other religions are telling about it. Now gradually how changes are coming. Previously it was there, my religion true, your religion is false. Now it is coming, my religion is true, your religion is also true, but mine is better and greater, yours is small. At least they have come to that extent. They have not yet come to that extent that all religions are equally true. No, not that. That will take a long time. But at least, no, your religion may be good also, but I want that you should convert to my religion. I still want, because my religion is better and greater. So this feeling is still there. But at least they have come to this. Previously, either get converted or cut your throat. That was the thing. Now gradually, Swamiji's message of harmony of religions is coming true. It is a transiting period. It has to come. Gradually harmony will come. And we have to work in the meanwhile. We have to continue to work. Every person needs love. Without love, person feels incompleted. Everyone needs acceptance and appreciation. If one is not getting how to survive, very nice question. Without water, nobody can survive. And without love, no person can survive. This is the main thing. बिना पानी के नहीं हो सकता है. पानी चाहिए. पोरबंदर में हम लोगों ने कॉलोनी बनाया. अर्थक्वेक रिलीफ में 6 कॉलोनीज. तो हमने सोचा कॉलोनी बनाया है तो मकान तो बना दिया आप पे, हमको नंदनवन बनाना है. तो हमने बहुत सारे पेड़ लगाए, पानी भी दिया, सब पेड़ मर गए. क्यों? नो, वो जो पानी था ना पोरबंदर में 6 फीट खोदो तो पानी मिलता, पर कैसा पानी? खारा पानी. सो खारा पानी देने से नहीं होगा. पहला पानी कैसा होना चाहिए? मीठा पानी. उसी प्रकार से व्हाट टाइप ऑफ लव वी वांट? खारा पानी, खारा लव नहीं, मीठा लव. अनसेल्फिश लव चाहिए, नॉट सेल्फिश लव. At present, what you are getting is selfish love. खारा पानी से नहीं होगा. If you want to nurture a relationship, आपको किताब दी गई है. अभी जो सेट किया जाएगा ना, अभी सेट किया जाएगा, उसमें 5 किताब है. उसमें से एक किताब है टीचर इज अ टॉर्च बेयर ऑफ चेंज. उसमें कुछ बातें मैंने बता दी. आई हैव टोल्ड यू समथिंग. सेकंड इज हैप्पीनेस एंड पीस इन एवरीडे लाइफ. एवरीबॉडी वांट्स हैप्पीनेस. How to get happiness and peace in everyday life. Third is nurturing relationship, art of sharing and caring. There I have told the main thing for nurturing relationship is love. But what type of love? Unselfish love, not selfish love. नमकीन पानी नहीं, मीठा पानी. नमकीन प्रेम नहीं, मीठा प्रेम. मीठा प्रेम means unselfish love. Most of the people are having selfish love. That is the problem. So what we want is more and more of unselfish love. Whenever you find some relationship is breaking and it is ending in a tragedy, there you will find love was there. What type of love it was? Selfish love. खारा पानी था इसलिए पेड़ मर गया. मीठा पानी दो, पेड़ survive करेगा. The tree of relationship, the plant of relationship will survive if you give sweet water, if you give sweet love, if you give unselfish love. So unselfish love is the main thing, not the selfish love. That is not the answer. How to get confidence? I told you. Always remember, I am a lion, I am not sheep. Come up, O lions, and shake up the delusion that you are sheep. Your soul is immortal, spirit free, blessed and eternal. Ye are not matter, ye are not bodies. Matter is a servant, not ye the servant of matter. This is the message Swami we gave in the World Parliament Religions. That Vedanta does not recognize sin, it recognizes error. And the greatest error you are making when you call yourself a sinner. No. That is the greatest mistake. Why? Because you are divine. You have got infinite power within you. You are lions and you are not sheep. And you have to give a story also of the sheep and the lion. I have not the time to tell that story. वो आपको मिल जाएगी स्टोरी, माई बुक में मिल जाएगी. इन दैट हैप्पीनेस एंड पीस बुक यू गेट स्टोरी ऑफ द लायन एंड द शीप. How to get confidence in life, I already replied. When you will try to manifest the divinity within, which is your birthright, gradually, by practicing these 4 yogas, gradually that infinite power which unfold itself, and you will get more and more confidence. So then you will come to know that I can do anything and I will do everything. This will come when you know that this infinite power which is waiting to be ushered in. Only you have to manifest the divinity. And this is the message that Swamiji had given. You are divine, you are divine, you have got infinite power within you. So one day one American lady said, Swami, you are trying to hypnotize us, always telling you are divine, you are divine, you are divine. Then Swamiji said, Madam, I am not trying to hypnotize you, I am trying to de-hypnotize you. Because already you are hypnotized, thinking I am weak, I am weak, I am sinner, I am sinner. No! You are divine, that is the first truth. You are divine, that is the second truth. You are divine, that is the last truth. There is no truth greater than this. This is the Vedanta message. Message of Vedanta, inside every human being, there is a center of consciousness having infinite power. Esha sarveshu bhuteshu, gudo atmana prakashate, dishyate tvagraya buddhya, sukshmaya sukshmadarshimi. Inside every human being, there is a center of consciousness having infinite power. Try to manifest that power. Try to manifest the divinity. How? By practicing these 4 yogas. And you will get confidence in everyday life that will not only give you success in everyday life, but it will give you ultimate success, ultimate happiness and ultimate peace. Thank you very much.